Just a few years ago, working in the tech industry was widely regarded as the ultimate career aspiration. The sector was infused with an aura of limitless opportunity, rapid innovation, and generous compensation packages. For many, landing a job at a leading tech company, whether it was a Silicon Valley giant or one of the promising startups sprouting up around the world, felt like winning the professional lottery. Tech jobs promise not just financial security, but also the chance to shape the future. However, by mid-2025, the landscape has shifted dramatically. The dream job status of working in tech has faded, replaced by a growing sense of caution and insecurity. The once glamorous world of tech employment is now marked by widespread layoffs, economic uncertainty, and the relentless march of automation and artificial intelligence. The seismic changes underway have left both current workers and aspiring professionals questioning what the future holds for this once coveted sector. The most striking evidence of this change can be seen in the wave of layoffs that have swept through the tech industry. By mid-2025, more than 100,000 tech jobs had been eliminated globally. This isn't just a minor adjustment, it's a massive recalibration that has sent shockwaves throughout the sector. Intel, a company once synonymous with innovation and stability, announced a staggering 20% reduction in its workforce, resulting in approximately 25,000 jobs lost. This move was part of a broader strategy to streamline operations and enhance profitability in response to declining market dominance. Microsoft, another titan of the industry, followed suit, cutting about 9,000 positions, roughly 4% of its global workforce, as it shifted focus toward cost reduction amidst significant investments in artificial intelligence infrastructure. These layoffs are more than just numbers. They represent the unraveling of a narrative that has defined tech careers for decades. The causes are multifaceted. Economic uncertainty plays a significant role, as companies that expanded rapidly during the pandemic are now forced to recalibrate and match their workforce to more realistic levels of demand. Overhiring during the boom years led to bloated teams, and the post-pandemic normalization has made it clear that the projected growth was overly optimistic. But the most profound disruptor is the rapid shift toward AI and automation. The very technologies that fueled the tech sector's meteoric rise are now contributing to its contraction. Roles that were once considered indispensable, such as coding, data analysis, and even specialized AI and prompt engineering positions, are being eliminated as companies invest heavily in automated solutions. The focus has moved from human-driven innovation to machine-driven efficiency, and the effects are rippling through every corner of the industry. For those inside the tech sector, the changes are stark. The once vibrant workplace cultures, characterized by open offices, creative freedom, and the promise of impact and advancement, are now overshadowed by a pervasive sense of instability. Employees who once enjoyed high levels of autonomy and generous perks find themselves subject to restructuring, budget cuts, and the looming threat of redundancy. The psychological toll is significant, with many workers experiencing heightened anxiety and uncertainty about their future. The broader implications extend beyond individual companies and employees. The image of tech as a dream job has always been tied to the idea of job security, upward mobility, and a sense of purpose. As the sector grapples with layoffs and strategic pivots, that image is being fundamentally reshaped. Young professionals and students who might have once targeted careers in tech are now reconsidering their options, weighing the risks of entering an industry that appears to be in flux. Unionization efforts are gaining momentum as tech workers seek to address job insecurity and improve working conditions. This marks a significant cultural shift in an industry that has long resisted traditional labor organizing. The push for better protections and more equitable treatment reflects a growing recognition that the power dynamic between employers and employees is changing. Despite the turbulence, tech companies are not standing still. The sector continues to invest heavily in artificial intelligence and the infrastructure needed to support it. Microsoft's recent layoffs, for instance, are occurring alongside major bets on AI-driven technologies that promise to redefine the company's core business. Intel's restructuring is aimed at positioning the company for long-term success in a market increasingly dominated by automated systems. The paradox of the moment is that while some jobs are disappearing, others, often requiring new skills and adaptability, are being created. This duality underscores the complexity of the current environment. The demand for talent remains high in certain areas, particularly those related to AI development, cybersecurity, and cloud computing. However, the skill sets required are evolving rapidly, and the bar for entry is rising. Workers who can pivot and upskill may find new opportunities, but the path is far less predictable than it once was. For those outside the industry, the transformation of tech's image is equally consequential. The idea that tech jobs are immune to economic cycles and structural change has been dispelled. The sector's vulnerability to market forces and technological disruption is now front and center. This is leading to a more realistic and perhaps sobering assessment of what it means to pursue a career in tech. Reflecting on the events of 2025, it's clear that the loss of tech's dream job status is not simply the result of a market downturn or a temporary blip. It is the product of deeper structural shifts that are redefining the very nature of work in the sector. The embrace of AI and automation, the recalibration of growth expectations, and the evolving relationship between employers and employees are all contributing to a new reality. This reality is characterized by both risk and opportunity. For those willing to adapt, the tech industry still offers the chance to work on cutting-edge projects and make a meaningful impact. But the path is no longer straightforward, and the guarantees that once made tech so appealing are harder to find. The sector's transformation serves as a reminder that innovation is not just about creating new products and services, it is also about navigating change and uncertainty. As the dust settles from the latest round of layoffs, tech workers and aspiring professionals are reevaluating their priorities. Compensation and perks are still important, but job security, growth potential, and alignment with personal values are taking on greater significance. The rise of unionization and collective bargaining reflects a broader desire for stability and fairness in an environment that is increasingly volatile. Industry observers note that the current moment may ultimately lead to a healthier, more balanced tech sector. The focus on profitability and sustainable growth, rather than unchecked expansion, could create a more resilient ecosystem. Companies that emerge from this period of upheaval will likely be leaner, more agile, and better equipped to weather future challenges. Yet for many, the sense of loss is palpable. The dream of tech was not just about individual success, it was about being part of something larger, shaping the future through creativity and collaboration. As the industry grapples with its new realities, the challenge will be to preserve that sense of purpose and possibility, even as the contours of the dream continue to change. Looking ahead, the tech industry's evolution will be shaped by a complex interplay of technological advancement, economic forces, and human ingenuity. The rise of AI and automation will continue to redefine roles and skill requirements, while ongoing investments in infrastructure will create new opportunities and challenges. Workers will need to be more adaptable than ever, and companies will need to balance efficiency with empathy to attract and retain top talent. The story of tech's lost dream job status is, in many ways, a microcosm of broader changes sweeping through the world of work. It highlights the importance of adaptability, lifelong learning, and resilience in the face of uncertainty. It also serves as a reminder that no industry is immune to disruption, and that the pursuit of meaningful work is an ongoing journey rather than a destination. For those contemplating a career in tech today, the advice is clear. Approach the sector with open eyes and a willingness to evolve. Seek out opportunities to upskill and diversify your expertise, and be prepared to navigate a landscape that is both dynamic and unpredictable. Focus on building relationships, developing transferable skills, and staying attuned to emerging trends. At the same time, recognize that the dream of tech is not entirely lost. It is simply being redefined. The industry remains a vital engine of innovation, and for those who are able to adapt, it can still offer rewarding and impactful careers. The key is to embrace change, seek out new possibilities, and remain resilient in the face of uncertainty. In summary, working in tech has lost its dream job status, not because the industry has stopped innovating, but because the nature of innovation itself is changing. The sector is grappling with the fallout of rapid expansion, economic pressures, and the transformative power of AI and automation. Layoffs, restructuring, and evolving skill requirements are reshaping the landscape, challenging workers and employers alike to adapt and evolve. The future of tech will be shaped by those who are willing to learn, grow, and navigate complexity. While the guarantees of the past may be gone, the potential for impact and fulfillment remains for those ready to seize it. The dream may look different now, but it is far from over. It is being rewritten every day in the choices and actions of those who continue to drive the industry forward.